Get out! I will say that one advantage of this, though... Oh, wow, a Krogunk! It's one of those rare binocular Pokemon that I mentioned earlier. Hopefully I'm gonna get to catch it, because this occasion may not happen again. Yeah, there we go, I got a Krogunk now! So, anyway, as I was saying, one of the advantages of, that mud thing is that it's easier to encounter Pokemon without wasting steps. I mean, you can do it in other games by just slightly pressing another direction than the one you're facing, but it makes it more convenient. Still doesn't excuse the fact that when you want to move around, it's just really freaking annoying. And as for the map thing I was talking about earlier, many sources only have the map for the Diamond Pearl Safari Zone, and yeah, the Safari Zone game is over, and I haven't gotten the items, so I'm just going to, now I'm gonna get the matchup checker, Pokechap, and after that I'm gonna head right back in to get that last item that I didn't get, so... Here we go, matchup checker. Not that I'm really going to need it because I'm done breeding in this LP, but still, for regular playthroughs, it might be convenient if you don't want to check Cerebi. But anyway, let's try this one more time. But yeah, many places only have the Diamond and Pearl map for the Safari Zone, including Bulba Garden. Bulba Garden doesn't even have the Platinum map for the Safari Zone, so I had to look elsewhere, and fortunately the internet is a place where if there's something you need, you're probably going to be able to find it. Of course, it's a slight variation on Rule 34, though really it can apply for anything, because seriously, if you can think of it, there's just not necessarily porn of it. You can find it fairly easily. Just type Platinum Safari Zone map or Great Marsh map for Platinum, whatever you want to call it, on Google, and you're bound to find something. That's what I did, and now I have a map which is really helpful because I know where the items are and stuff. I don't have to run around for hours trying to find them, and there it is. I was so close. So close last time. Okay, let's try and get a Tangela. Maybe it'll be worth it if I manage to catch it this time. Nope. Let me guess, it's gonna flee? No, it's not fleeing. Okay. One more ball, because those things, as I've noticed, tend to flee pretty fast. They are not very, very patient. No, it's still staying. Wow. This is one patient Tangela compared to the others. Okay, let's see. One. No. They just don't want to get caught. Well, at least this one's staying here. Come on. Let's go. Just stay in this time, too. No! And it's still staying here. It's patient. And obviously I could use a rock or food, but I don't want to do that because, from my experience, you still have a better chance of catching it if you just throw balls continually, like what I'm doing right now, and I have already thrown 6 balls at this thing. Gotta be a record for a Tangela. And there we go. This time, it's gone. So, I'm gonna grab the item, which is a green shard, and after that, I'm going to just chill, and I'm gonna do it off camera, and I'll come back if I find anything interesting. Something interesting alert, and it's a Yanma, so I'm gonna hopefully catch it this time. I had a failed attempt last time I was here, and yes, done! So now I got a no, not a Tangela, a Yanma. I encountered so many Tangelas and failed at catching them that I'm calling everything Tangelas now. So yeah, got a Yanma. I got plenty of stuff I won't have any use for, but hey, it's better than letting those safari balls go to waste if you ask me. So yeah, I'll be right back. In the end, nothing else interesting showed up, so yeah, just B-Barrels and the Quagsires, and now I'm in the house that I skipped in part 41. Oh, I'm gonna see if it's worthy of a scarf. I see. Okay, what's wrong with my Vaporeon? I just had to tell it to you straight. Come on, tell me the truth. What is going on? It's not bad, but it's not good. In what department? Oh, okay, for contests. Oh, I see. So, yeah, I know who this guy is. This guy, when you max out a certain contest stat, or maybe get close, I'm not too sure on the amount you gotta reach, but if, for example, you max out your Pokemon's beauty, he's gonna hand you a scarf that increases its beauty even further, which is excellent for contests, obviously, so you really want to go see that guy if you want to win Master Rank contests. But otherwise, yeah, I was wondering what kind of scarf he would give me, maybe a choice scarf or something like that, but unfortunately, nothing as cool as that, just stuff for contests. So, as I was about to say, I did some stuff off-screen. I switched me barrels, I put... Come on! Why aren't those berries available for picking? I mean, usually when you first get to a place, the berries are... Well, you can pick them up, and I don't remember ever having to water berries before in an LP, though I'm not sure on that, but I think I'm saying that, but I think maybe it's the second time actually in this LP that I've had to do that. I think on Route 206 I encountered berries that weren't ready to be picked for some reason, but whatever, it's not like I'm a big heavy berry user, so it's not that big a deal. And this is, of course, the move relearner who is going to teach me any Pokemon. No, teach my Pokemon any move that it's forgotten by level up. And I don't want to teach anything right now. I'm going to come back here later, though, once my Togetic has evolved and when I have a Lucario, because I want to teach it Dark Pulse. And yeah, by the way, I retaught all the HMs that I had to Bibarel and Tropius, so now I have my 2 permanent HM slaves with me, and I rounded out my party with Hippopotas, if for no other reason than maybe because triggering a sandstorm might be useful in certain circumstances. Oh, and this guy here is talking about the female and male forms of combis. I'm going to see both of them together, and oh, Macho Brace! He gives you a Macho Brace if you show him a male combi and a female combi together. But, yeah, the Macho Brace is entirely outdone now by the power items, which can be bought at the Battlefront here. But I'll admit that catching 2 combis is a lot less of a hassle than acquiring enough battle points to buy each power item individually. And, oh, by the way, I know I've rambled on a lot about how the Dream World sucks, but at least they gave us a bone in the last few days by actually reducing all point requirements for everything by half. So, you unlock the 2 next areas at 2,500 and 5,000 points respectively, and you unlock other Pokemon at 7,500 and 10,000 points respectively. And for those who actually went all the trouble of collecting 20,000 points, now they have nothing to show for it, because people with 10,000 can just as easily get their Drought Ninetales and Drizzle Politoed. So, unfortunately, I guess they really got robbed. I would have liked, for at least for those people, to congratulate them, to at least give them something extra, like more Pokemon or something, because God knows there are many Pokemon that have good Dream World abilities that aren't available yet, including just about every Generation 5 Pokemon out there, except for Musharna and Hihidaruma, because both of them... Oh, I'm going to stop here for now, because this girl here is about to give me a berry. It's the Awaken Berry. So yeah, this girl here, every day she gives you a type resistance berry. So, sorry, the way it works is that, let's say, for example, you got, say, Bronzong, for example. Bronzong's weak to fire, so if you give it the Aka Berry, which reduces the damage of fire moves, only super effective fire moves, by the way, then it's only going to take half damage from the fire move, and after that the berry obviously disappears, so it's only usable one time. Of course, there are some items introduced in Black and White that sort of obsolete those items, such as the balloon, for example, though the balloon has the drawback of going away whenever you get hit, so whereas, you know, the berry is actually going to stay there until you need it, but then again, the balloon is a lot more convenient for actually switching into earthquakes, so yeah, both of those items can have some use, but the balloon is, for the most part, better. So now we've entered Route 212, and this route is particularly complex. First of all, it has two parts, north and south. In the south part, it always rains, and it's in the same kind of marsh as the Safari Zone, so that means we're going to be walking in the mud some more. Wonderful. Just as if we were pigs. No thanks, I don't want to plant a berry. And yeah, there are a lot of these bike-only passages on Route 212 South. For example, yeah, you gotta roll on your bike to be able to go on that piece of wood. At least that's what it looks like. And there are a lot of alternate paths as well. So I recommend at least looking at a map every now and then to make sure, if you want to get everything, that you actually do see everything there is to see in this place. But yeah, I was about to talk about Hihidaruma and Musharna, both of whom can have their Dream World abilities thanks to the fact that you can actually catch those in Black and White in the games themselves, and unfortunately their Dream World abilities are complete jokes. Telepathy Musharna might have some use in doubles and triples, but the singles is where all the action is. It's always been that way, and it probably always will. So telepathy is essentially useless, and Daruma mode is even worse because it changes your stat spread in the middle of a battle, and you go from a physical stat spread to a special one. That is not good. Not good at all, because then you're gonna have to either split your move pool so that you have moveset so that you have physical and special moves, or you're gonna suck entirely once your HP goes past a certain point. So Daruma mode is a huge joke. There is one thing I'm wondering about that though, and it's what happens if you hack anything else than a Hihidaruma with Daruma mode. Is it gonna behave exactly like a Hihidaruma? Is it gonna morph into a Daruma mode Hihidaruma? Or is it actually... I actually don't have any clue what it does, so if anyone knows, please tell me, because I'm really curious. Anyway, this fight against the Parasol Lady Sabrina, for some reason they thought it was a good idea to give her a name that's the same as a major character from a previous game. Oops, game designers. But yeah, this battle is going to be the last of 2010 in this LP, because as usual, I'm going to be taking a little break for the holidays, though this year there isn't going to be a winners and losers column, simply because we're way too early in Generation 5 to determine for sure what's better and what's not better, especially since there's a suspect test underway right now, and I don't even have any idea what's going to get banned or not, though judging from the talk that I've seen, we should expect Manaphy, Darkrai, Sky Shaman, and Inconsistent to go. And I don't know if Inconsistent would be banned from all tiers or just from Standard. It would be allowed in Ubers. I really don't know. So, on that note, this ends another year of LPing. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time in 2011. May seem far away, but it's really not. Alright, see you next year!